Hi everyone, you reached Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here today with a quick review or commentary or take or a few words on Ben Affleck. So Ben Affleck recently did an interview with Howard Stern, and of course anybody, when you're doing an interview, if there's something that recently went on in your life or that is currently going on in your life, the interviewer is going to ask you a question about it, right? So Ben Affleck recently rekindled his relationship with Jennifer Lopez, but he got divorced from Jennifer Garner, right? And they have 3 children together. So here's where his interview went problematic for me. And I do feel that everybody has the right to tell their truth, but I also feel that when there's children involved, you should center your truth for the love of your children. So he does this interview, he's talking to Howard Stern, and he pretty much said, when he relapsed or, when he was having his issue with drinking, he started drinking because he was in a marriage/relationship with his wife that he no longer wanted to be in, didn't know how to handle it. And guys, I'm paraphrasing, but you'll get what I'm saying. Didn't know how to handle it. So he was just drinking his troubles away because he was trying to figure out, do I just leave because I'm not happy, or do I stay and try to make this work because we have children together? And he said that, also said that Jennifer was unhappy. First of all, don't speak for me. Let Jennifer speak for herself, okay? The whole interview to me pissed me off because you are a grown man. And if you started drinking, oh, wait, let me add this. And he said, had he stayed in the marriage, he probably would have never stopped drinking. So I guess he just said, pretty much, I guess I would have just been a full-blown alcoholic the rest of my life if I would have stayed in a marriage where I felt trapped. He used the word trapped, and I was unhappy. Okay, so let's do this. When you are good and grown, and listen, I think in marriages, for me, they stay for better or for worse for a reason, because they know that marriages are going to go through their rough paths. And the people, if you interview someone who's been married 30 years, 40 years, 20 years, now we can even drop it down to 10 because there's not too many marriages, unfortunately, that hit the 10-year mark. But if you speak to anyone that has longevity in their actual marriage, in their relationship, they're going to tell you there was times where they wanted to walk out the door and never look back. There were times when they didn't feel like speaking to their spouse, dealing with their spouse, being with their spouse. And there were times where they wasn't even sure that they were still in love with their spouse. However, they worked through it. They hung in there, and the low was for a minute, but then they came back up to a high. And that's why it is for better or for worse. But hey, listen, there are some people who can't ride out the low and they bail out. And if you bail out, bail out. But bail out with some grace, okay? Bail out with some being respectful, and bail out without trashing your partner that is still soon going to become your ex, okay? So bail out with some grace. So he bailed out. And he said, they tried and tried and tried to make it work, but they couldn't make it work. So he bailed out. But if you do recall, if you ever followed Jennifer, not Jennifer Lopez, his ex-wife Jennifer, and Ben's relationship, when he had his low patch and he had to go to rehab, she was by his side, okay? She was right there making sure that the father of her children, that the man she was married to, that she once truly loved, who she probably felt is truly still my friend, she made sure that he made it and survived rehab. So he can't return the favor by doing her a simple task of when he does an interview and someone wants to ask about the marriage and his, not hers, his drinking problem. He just say, look, we tried to stay together. We couldn't make it. I thought I was going to handle my problems of wanting to leave by hitting the bottle. It didn't work. But not, if I never left her, I would still be drinking and an alcoholic. So problematic. And I'm gonna be honest. And then he also said in this interview that he thought twice about going back to Jennifer because of the kids and whatever else, right? You thought twice, but I heard that while Jennifer Lopez was with the baseball player, his name is slipping my mind right now, Ben Affleck was still like writing her letters or sending her letters or something of the sorts of that. So did you really think twice before you decided to get back with Jennifer? Like, Ben, stop it. Enough, right? So here's my thing and here's my thought. I probably said it at the top of this video, but I'll make it clear now because he pissed me off with this ridiculous interview that he did with Howard Stern, that I feel if he cares so much about the kids, when you care about the kids, you got to still care somewhat about the mother and her feelings, because those kids are half the mother and half you. So you got to respect their mom in order to respect and really care about them. So what he should do at this particular point is say, you know what, Jen, and I'm not his new Jen now, or the recycle Jen, and I don't mean that in a mean way, but they used to date, and that's why I'm saying the recycle Jen. So to Jennifer, your ex-wife, that has your children, that carry your seed 3 times successfully and had your babies, okay? You say to her, you know what, I got caught up in the moment in this interview. It sounded a little off. It sounded as if I was blaming you for my alcohol problem, and it was my problem. It was the way I decided to handle my pain and me feeling trapped, like I couldn't get out this marriage. Because, Ben, there's meditation, there's counselors, there were other things that you could have turned to figure out, and there's couple counseling, right? So there's other things you could have turned to try to figure out, should you leave the marriage, okay, in spite of, there being kids, and still have a good co-parenting relationship and a relationship with your kids and your ex-wife, versus hitting the bottle. You hitting the bottle was 100% on you. It was a terrible interview. It was terrible answers, and he ought to be ashamed of himself. And you know what, Jennifer Lopez, good luck. Good luck. I hope that, I wish her well, but I also hope that as y'all courting, and if y'all decide to get married, that he doesn't hit a low, hit the bottle, and decide that the next interview is going to be about you. Let me know how you feel in the comments, guys. Did you see the interview? Did you hear it? It's everywhere. Do you feel like he was indirectly blaming his ex on his problem of drinking? And he also said, now I haven't ever thought about touching the bottle ever again. Happy for you, Ben. But you still are messy with the mouth, because that interview was terrible. It was horrific. It was horrible. And it seems like to everybody who watching and is talking about it, like you're blaming your ex for the drinking problem that you had and had to go to rehab for. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit the like button. Chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And let me know how you feel about this Ben Affleck interview that he did with Howard Stern, do you feel that he owes his ex an apology? No need to disrespect her. No need to even say something like he said, because now you're better. You went to rehab. You no longer thinking about touching alcohol, and you with your new woman. Be happy. Live your life. Keep my name out of your mouth, especially if you're going to put my name in your mouth with a story like that. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.